God bless you and welcome to day number 9 of the Inner-Sanity 60-day total growth program. I trust and pray that you're being challenged on a daily basis and that you're growing. I've already begun to receive praise reports, and I'll share some of those in a written format with you. But people are growing spiritually, intellectually, and emotionally, and physically on a daily basis. I guarantee you that if you will be consistent in following the guidelines of the challenge, your life at the end of the 60 days will look a lot different than it does right now. But it's up to you. It's up to you to be consistent. Do you notice the shirt I have on? This is what I call my Superman shirt. I call it that because in the morning, I don't feel like getting up and exercising. I don't feel like walking 3 to 5 miles every day at a quick pace. I just don't feel like it. But then, this morning, for example, I put on my Superman shirt, my exercise shirt, and it made my mind realize, body, you're going to do what we tell you to do, whether you want to or not. And you know what? I accomplished my goal. One thing I'm most proud of so far is consistency. Because if you're like me, we struggle in this area of consistency. The greatest difference between us and people who are achieving their dreams and success in life is many times that simple word, consistency. There are people who are not as intelligent as you. There are people who are not as gifted as you. There are people who are not as anointed as you are. And yet they are, in many cases, living a better life than you and I are because of one simple thing. They are consistent in pursuing their dreams and goals. But all of that changes in this 60-day Inner-Sanity challenge. It's time for us to remove the obstacle of our inconsistency. I'm tired of starting a diet and quitting before I reach my goal. I'm tired of starting a physical fitness program and stopping. I'm tired of starting books and not finishing them. In this 60 days, I am kicking inconsistency out of my life. I invite you to join me. I've got a challenge for you because this is day number 9 and we're about to be in day number 10 of this 60-day challenge. And so today's challenge, the first one, is simply this. We're going to begin to identify why we're here. We're going to identify why we're here because you can't get where you're trying to go unless you identify why you're here. You got to have a starting place. Each one of us is born with a life purpose. Identifying, acknowledging, and honoring that purpose is one of the most important actions that most successful people do. What were you placed on this earth to accomplish? Your challenge in this 60 days is to discover what you were here for and then to pursue that with passion. You see, being on purpose brings benefits. Living on purpose has the benefit of bringing fun and fulfillment to everything we do. Not only that, but living on purpose literally attracts the people, the resources, and the opportunities to us that we need to fulfill our purpose. So then, the question is, if we're not attracting the resources, the people, and the opportunities that we should be, perhaps it indicates, are we living on purpose? So it's important that we identify or decide our major definite purpose and then organize all of our life's activities around that purpose. In other words, everything you do should be an expression of your purpose in life. Everything you do should be an expression of your purpose in life. Everything you do should be an expression of your purpose. What's the why? Here's another way of asking. What's the why behind what you're doing? If you're in school, are you just in school because you were told that that's what smart people do? Well, there are a whole lot of millionaires and a whole lot of great successes that didn't go to school. Schooling is important. Get all you can. But understand this, if you don't have a why behind it, you're wasting time and money. What is your purpose in seeking certain relationships? Is it just because someone else has a similar relationship and you don't want to be left out? That's not a good enough why. So ask yourself, what is my why? Here's a major pointer I want to give you. Did you not know that you have a GPS system on the inside that can help to lead you to your life purpose? It's very simple. It's your joy. The thing that gives you the greatest joy, or those things that give you the greatest joy, are usually in alignment with your purpose in life. So today we're going to hone in on our purpose. I want you to get some paper. It may be your journal. It may be a notebook. And I want you to get quiet. You may have to pause this video from time to time to write things down. But I'm going to give you the keys to understanding your purpose today. Are you ready? First exercise is this. I want you to make a list of the times that you have felt most joyful and alive. Make a list of the times you felt most joyful and alive. You may have to stop the video for a moment. But once you've done that, what are the common elements of those experiences? What are the common elements of those joyous and alive experiences? Could you make a living doing any of those things? Pat Williams is the senior vice president of the Orlando Magic basketball team. He also has written 36 books and is a professional speaker. Jack Canfield interviewed him for his book, Success Principles, and he asked him the question. He said, "What is the greatest secret to success?" Pat Williams replied, "Figure out what you love to do as young as you can, and then organize your life around figuring out how to make a living at it." In his own life, Pat Williams, sports. At a young age, he discovered it was sports, particularly baseball. He went to his first game of baseball in Philadelphia, and he fell in love with the game. He learned to read by reading the sports section of the New York Times. He knew he wanted to grow up to have a career in sports. He devoted almost every waking moment to it, collected baseball cards, played sports, wrote a sports column for the school paper, went on to have a career in the front office of the Philadelphia Phillies baseball team, then with the Philadelphia 76ers basketball team. And when the NBA considered putting a franchise in Orlando, Pat Williams led the charge. Now he's in his 60s, but Pat has enjoyed 40-plus years of doing what he loves. Once you're clear about what brings you the greatest joy, you'll have major insight into your purpose. Listen, here's exercise number 2. Are you ready? Exercise number 2 has 4 major components. The first one, and you may have to stop at any point. The first one is I want you to list 2 of your unique personal qualities, things that are unique to you, such as enthusiasm or creativity, and you might list some others, but find at least 2 things that make you unique. Write them down. All right, are you ready for part 2? Part 2 of this exercise is I want you to list 1 or 2 ways you enjoy expressing those qualities interacting with others. Such as, for example, I love to support and to inspire. You can come up with 2 ways, 1 or 2 ways, that you like to express your qualities in interacting with others. Okay, if you're finished with that, you're ready for the next part. Assume that you're in a perfect world right now. What does the world look like? How is everyone interacting with everyone else? What does it feel like? I want you to write your answer in a statement, in present tense, describing the ultimate condition, the perfect world as you see it and feel it. Remember, a perfect world is a fun place to be. So, for example, your perfect world may be everyone expressing their own unique talents. Everyone is living in harmony. Everyone is expressing love. Now, part 4. Combine the 3 prior subdivisions of this paragraph into a single statement. Are you ready? Here's an example. My purpose is to use my creativity and enthusiasm to support and inspire others to freely express their talents in a harmonious and loving way. Once you've written your purpose statement, this is very important. You must read it on a daily basis. Read it to yourself on a daily basis, preferably in the morning. You might want to write it and post it somewhere where you'll see it every day. God bless you. Know your purpose.